Hello everybody, my name is Magnetico and welcome back to my series of videos where we take video game systems, we clean them up, repair them if need be, and sometimes we mod them. And today we're going to be taking a final look at the PlayStation 2 that we've been working on. This is the same PlayStation 2 where we took everything apart and cleaned up all the plastic and the components. And it's the same one where we added a silent fan mod, and also we modded the hard drive / network adapter in order for it to be able to play games off a modern hard drive or SSD. All of this was done using a soft mod use FreeMcBoot that we installed on a memory card, and that way we can play the games off the PlayStation 2 without using a disc. At this point, I consider this system pretty much done, and now that we can play the games off our hard drive and it is soft modded in order for us to be able to play those games without needing a disc, which is awesome. Now, typically for the final video, I usually call it finishing touches because this is where I cover accessories that I purchased for the PlayStation 2 in order for me to better record these videos on my gaming channel. If you guys haven't checked it out, make sure you do. Also, make sure that you subscribe. Lastly, we're going to look at OPL Manager, and that is a program for your computer that lets you organize your PS2 games as well as let you add covers, disc covers, the back, the spine, all kinds of cool images that are automatically downloaded from a database just to make it look really cool whenever you're choosing your game on your PlayStation 2. So those are the things we're going to cover. If you guys have any questions, let me know in the comments below. Also, let me know in the comments below if any of these videos have been helpful to you. If you haven't seen the other PS2 videos, make sure you check them out. That we have a clean system and also have some mods added to it as well. If this is your kind of thing where somebody goes through and cleans up systems, repairs them if need be, and sometimes mods them, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That way you're notified every time I post a video. Let's get started. I did purchase a few accessories for the PlayStation 2, but honestly we covered so many of them in the previous videos because they were needed for the mod. So these are the other items that I did need that we didn't really talk about in the previous videos, such as an extra controller for the PlayStation 2. This is just a regular black one. I cleaned it up, make sure it works. It works just fine. And if you guys know me, you guys know that I like getting red controllers as well. So I went ahead and bought this translucent red controller, which is actually a Japanese special edition. Now, luckily it's not expensive. It's not hard to get. You just have to import it from Japan. So if you guys want to hop on eBay and get yourself one of these, again, they're not expensive and they are super cool. I also purchased 2 official PlayStation 2 memory cards. Now, I already went through these and there's nothing in them. They were completely wiped when I got them. So I can't go through and check out what somebody has played or anything like I did during the GameCube video, but I did open these up so I can clean up the insides, and now these are pristine and they're ready to go. The next thing we're going to talk about is video, and you guys know me, I prefer component cable over AV or S video if possible, especially if I'm using a RetroTink 5X or a RetroTink 4K. Now this pair right here of PS2 official component cables I've had for a very long time. So if you guys want to get yourself a pair of these, that is perfectly fine. They're on eBay. You can get them for about $40 to $50 and they work just fine. However, I also would highly recommend looking at the HD Retrovision PS2 and PS3 component cables because they're about $30 right now, and you can get the best quality possible out of these because these are made and fine-tuned to work with RetroTink products. So if that is something you guys are looking into, I definitely recommend these, especially because they're such high quality for a lesser price than what you would get for the OEM cables. So it's completely up to you. This is my recommendation if you guys want to go that route. The last item that I purchased for the PlayStation 2 is a box for it. Now, if you guys remember from the very first video that I posted, I bought the PlayStation 2 secondhand from the nicest woman I've ever met, which meant it didn't come with a box. So I got on eBay and I purchased this that included a styrofoam and the manual for about $25. Now you might think that was a steal, right? Well, it was because I think it was been sitting on eBay for a while because this box originally had in big, huge letters, fragile. and it was written in permanent marker. So I ended up taking this downstairs into the workshop, and I used isopropyl alcohol and a rag, and I was able to clean that out perfectly. There was fragile right here and a couple of marks on the side as well, but as you can see, there is nothing left here. So this is a pristine box other than showing its age, but I was able to remove fragile without any problems. That pretty much covers all the accessories I purchased for the PlayStation 2. So let's move over to our computer so we can go ahead and mess with OPL Manager and make our game list look super pretty. The first thing you want to do is hop into your preferred search engine and look up OPL Manager, and it should lead you to this website, which is oplmanager.com. Hop in there. If you look at the requirements, it does tell you that you do need the Net 6 runtime. So if you have a 64-bit or a 32-bit, make sure you download and install that version. But once you're done with that, go ahead and download the latest version. And as of this video, it is version 24, and it'll download as a zip. That is all you need to do as far as the downloads go. So let's go ahead and extract this here. And that way we can go ahead and open up a folder. You can archive that or delete it. All we need is the folder here. So with our folder on our desktop, we can go ahead and open it. And I typically like running these run as administrator. So make sure you do that. That way you have full control over this particular system. It'll ask you if you want to do the default language. Typically I just do English. You can let it know if you wanted to check for automatic updates. It's up to you. I typically pick no. And now you can go ahead and plug in your SSD to your computer using the adapter. Now we're there on this screen here and you have your SSD plugged in. I will go ahead and just pick this first option here and go ahead and browse, and then look for the PS2 SSD, which already should have all of these files inside of it because the PlayStation 2 actually adds those as well. So go ahead and select this folder and then go ahead and hit save. It'll tell you that there's 5 invalid files showing, and that is completely fine because this is OPL. We want to make sure that it shows it as the old one. You really can't do much with these right now because the old school OPL makes you convert all of these into smaller sizes that are smaller than 4 gigabytes in order for them to be used. Remember that we're using exFAT now, so we can go ahead and load up all these huge games with no problem. All you have to do is go to settings and go to change ISO naming format, and from there click on new. It's going to ask you if that's okay. Go ahead and hit okay. And when you exit, it should actually let you use every single one of these. So before we move on, there is one thing that I want to correct from one of my previous videos. I did state before that in order for you to play the blue discs, you have to place them inside of the CD folder. And I guess that works for the older ones, but right now, as you can see, even if I put Marvel vs. Capcom 2, which is a blue disc, it doesn't appear on our list of games here. So what we're going to have to do here is just do a quick convert here. So go to disk, convert ISO. What you're going to do is you're going to do the bin and image format, and then go ahead and open up Marvel vs. Capcom's here from the CD. So we're going to go ahead and choose it. It's going to open up the file, hit start. It's going to say that it did it successfully. You can go ahead and close down. And if we look at the DVD area here, it should show Marvel vs. Capcom is now there. So if it's not on the list, go ahead and hit refresh. And as you can see, it's not popping up. So now for the fun part is let's go ahead and start with Deus Ex: The Conspiracy here. And what you want to do is you want to go to manage arts, and you want to go to download from the web here. And you can go ahead and download pretty much anything that you want. You want the spine, you got it. You want the back, hey, it's there too. If you want to add some cool pictures, kind of showing some of the action of the game, whenever you go to like information of the game, it'll show these pictures that you pick out as well. This is just a little background picture if you want to do that. Oops, sorry. You want to do that, it'll give you the disc and it'll give you a logo as well. So you can go ahead and do this for all the games listed. And once you're done with that, all you have to do is grab the hard drive, grab the Ethernet / network adapter, put the hard drive into it, put it back into your PlayStation 2, and then boot it up. There's nothing else you have to do. So let's go ahead and check that out. With our PlayStation 2 running on Freak McBoot, let's go ahead and head over to Grim Doomer's OPL. I did rename these. You can rename everything and organize everything using this Freak McBoot configurator. If you guys need instructions on that, please let me know. I can help you guys out. But yeah, I organized everything, got a couple of extra applications here to mess with, but the main one is Grim Doomer OPL. All right, now that this is starting, I'm gonna go ahead and press circle on my controller here to go to the game list. And from there, you can see that Deus Ex: The Conspiracy, God of War, Everything has the cover and a disc. Grand Theft Auto for some reason didn't have one. I'll have to probably just manually add one. But the cool thing too is if you actually go to the info by pressing square on these games, it'll show you the 2 images that you picked out and the cool background image in the back. So it's pretty cool. I think this is pretty dope. You can run the games from here if you want to. It'll tell you the size and everything. But yeah, if you want to do this for every game that you add to your hard drive, that is totally it. And I think it looks super cool and super clean. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot express to you how excited I am now that this PlayStation is complete. I spent so many hours on this system growing up, exploring world, exploring characters, exploring stories, that I cannot wait to do it again. I couldn't imagine when I was younger that this system could get any better, but boy, I was wrong. Now that this is modded and we can put any game that we want on this hard drive, this is just gonna boost the amount of hours I'm gonna be putting on a PlayStation 2. So if you guys have any further questions, make sure you post it in the comments below. That way I can help you guys in any way that I can. I did post a poll a couple of weeks ago on what is the next system that you guys wanted me to work on. So I did post the NES, I posted the original Xbox, and I posted the Dreamcast, and the majority of you guys wanted me to work on the Dreamcast. So I'm not going to keep it much of a secret. That is the video, or the series of videos we're going to start working on next. We're going to be working on the Dreamcast. But for now, I can't wait to start recording footage on my gaming channel. If you haven't checked it out yet, make sure you check it out and subscribe. And I'm just, again, I'm elated. I'm going to hook it up right now and play some games. So if this is your kind of thing where somebody goes through and cleans those systems, repairs them if need be, and sometimes mods them, make sure you hit that subscribe button. That way you're notified every time I post a video. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.